All right, let's do some Pico-8 development. Let's take a look at this pet project I've been working on. Load. Stocks. Oop, hang on, let's see if I can do something about the static. Better? Yeah, better. Oop, hold on. All right, I think we're in good shape now. All right, so let's run this thing. Placeholder music, yeah! All right, so this is a stock market simulator, and I've created 5 fictional companies. You start with 50 money units. We've got prices that change. You can buy stocks. And then you can sell them as the prices fluctuate. Look at that. I'm already up to $82, whereas I started with 50. Whee! This one's down to 1. It can't get below 1. There you go. Yeah. Alright, so this is the game. I'm missing a couple of things. You can see buy lights up when I buy. You can see sell lights up when I sell. I want those both to have sound effects, which they don't right now. And if you look in the lower right hand corner where you've got that ball and line, that is a nav indicator. So we've got some other pages that I wanted to add. I want to add a newspaper so that fake news about the companies can surface, and you can see, like, if one of the companies gets involved in a scandal, then you'll see the prices take a dip, and then the reverse should be true as well. There needs to be some way to get a loan, because I noticed that if you have, so let's say all the prices jump, for whatever reason, RNG hits. It's possible to make it so that all of the prices are above the amount of money that I have, and then you're kind of soft locked. So I figure there has to be some sort of loan mechanic in place to prevent that from happening. And then there needs to be a way to spend the money. Because the big problem that I have with this is that buying and selling the stocks currently works and is fun, and I do this quite a bit on my phone. But as you make money, there's nothing to do with it. There needs to be something to do with the money, and that's a big thing. Even if it's something simple like, maybe a slot machine or something like that. Things you can purchase that do nothing. Has to be some way to spend that money. And finally, there needs to be game options. You'll notice that there's no... you're buying and selling in one unit only every time, no matter what. So there needs to be a way to change that around a little bit. All right, so let's get started. First thing is we want sound effects for successful buying and selling. All right, so what sound effects do we have now? That is the tick sound. That's right. That's that's reserved for part of the placeholder opening theme, which I forgot about. So is that. So is that. So is that. There we go. Then that's the next sound effect. That plays when you try and purchase stock and you do not have the money to do so. So this should be the successful purchase or selling. I'm going to make this slower. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. There's a better way to do this. There was how did you reproduce the coin sound? There was a guy who did it in a tutorial for the adventure game. It's a tutorial that a lot of people follow. I really like that sound effect. It's just takes too long. What if we speed it up? We'll see if we make it shorter. There we go. That's workable. And then reminds me of that game ZZT. And it used to have duplicators that would, you know, they would expand and then create a monster. And whenever the duplicator went off, it sounded kind of like that. What if we speed it up? Too high. It's a little better. Yeah, okay. I like that. That'll work for now. So we've got 6. It's a little abrasive. You're talking about the buying and you're gonna you're gonna hear that a lot. That's a little less abrasive. So 6 and 7. All right. So I usually don't code in here, but let's see if we can find. We've got a function I use for rolling dice, price tick. Okay, this was the original price tick that I wrote, and I realized that my math was off. So there's more of a chance that it would go up than down. So what would happen is if you let it sit, the prices would trend upwards. And then once I realized that, I set it aside and I wrote another one inverse. And the idea is this is what I'm going to use. If something happens to one of the companies where there's a boom, like to develop a new technology or something that shows up in that newspaper thing, then that particular company will switch to this better, this favorable algorithm, and then you'll see the prices trend upwards. Price change. Okay, so the change and the actual price are two separate variables. That's why you can see how much it's changed. No company value should be less than 1. Yeah, here we go. Buy. Oh, that's right. Every purchase and sale has its own. Every company has its own purchase and sale. Okay. So Bepis is going to be my guinea pig here. Yeah, there we go. So that's buy is SF6, and for selling SFX7. Save, run. Oops, run. It's still a little abrasive. I just like the idea of this game being really like noisy, like a slot machine, like bling, 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 bling. If I was a little bit, better at this, then I would make like, if you had a big sale or something, there would be like fireworks or something like that. But I don't know. Let's make what I can make, and then we'll. Oh, that's right. I have to apply it to everything. All right. So this is going to be. I'm going to go through and apply this to everything, and I'll pause this real quick. All right. I think that's applied to everything. I just have to clear screen. I hate coming out of the editor and seeing a frozen version of the game. Let's run it. Alright, terrible, terrible. Well, we knew that one worked. That works. Alright, they all work. Great. So our game's a little bit more noisy, which I like. Okay, so the next thing I want to add some way to spend that money. So one thing that I want to do differently is that we want to have a new variable to keep track of profit, because we have money, and once you start spending money outside the market, I want you to be able to look at a metric that says, this is how much money you would have if you spent nothing ever. All right, so it's really, I really got to use the, change variables, and yes, and I have a profit variable, you see here, which I laid in at the very, very beginning, and then I was like, wait, how do I use this? What is this for? Okay. So that means every time you purchase something, it should also add to profit, and every time you sell something, it should also subtract from profit. For example, we started working on these Beppis functions for buying and selling. Money, subtract the price of Beppis when you buy. We're also going to do profit Beppis. And for purchasing, profit plus the price of Beppis. There you go. And I have to go through and apply that to, actually, you know, before we go through and apply it everywhere, there's no, it doesn't appear on the title screen. It used to appear here, but it doesn't anymore. So let's put profit back on the title screen. Jeez. Yeah, here we go. So the way I have it set up is flow control X determines what screen you're looking at, right? Think of it like X and Y coordinates, and everything's horizontal, so it's just the X coordinate, flow control X. And then if I decided to make one of the screens have an up and a down screen, then I would add a Y to it. But this is just showing which screen to display. So I'm looking for the title screen function. Boom, there it is. Nope, I'm not looking for the title screen function. I'm looking for stock, what does it say? Stunk screen. I called it stunk screen. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Bob's your uncle. Alright, so that should be, I believe, down below. Title screen, stunk controls. No, now we're getting into controls. Alright, hold on a second, I'm going to pause this. Okay, found it. It was way, way below. Figured that one out. Okay, so we have money, and this is all in one string. Write the word money, and then do the money variable. A couple spaces, write the word ticks, then do the tick variable, and then those commas there, coordinates x1, y1, and then make it color number 7, which is white. So after ticks, we want to do profit, and then after profit, show me the actual variable for profit, and then do the other thingies. So let's see if this runs. It does. Now let's see if the profit will actually function as I I'm not very good at this game. So stupid. Alright, so the profit functionality is working. Great. That means, oh, one thing. I only applied it to Beppis. I'm going to pause this and then go apply it to everything else. Alright, I think that's everything. Save-a-Rooney. Run that thing, boy. Okay. Working there. Working there. Working there. No! Which one did that? Which one of you? Sadness coin. And it's because it's Sadness coin. Nope. That's working. No, my game is really noisy. Alright. Okay, so now we've taken care of that. Spend that money, son. I'm building a game that I want to play, and this is important to me as a player. So this is what I'm going to do next. Now the question is what exactly am I going to put here? Well, we'll start by doing. All right, so we're going to start by doing a menu because I want you to be able to buy stuff, right? You want to be able to buy stuff. There we go, buy stuff, as well as play games of chance. Those are two big things I want you to be able to do. Another idea I had was whatever I'm using for the newspaper, you could subscribe to a better newspaper with more detailed information. That might be cool. But let's start by making a functioning menu. We're going to start at the beginning. Oh, that's the game options. We don't care about game options. All right. Okay. So, man, it's been a while since I've done this, like this much programming inside of Pico-8. I usually do all this Notepad++, man. Okay, so here is where we're going to do function spend menu and alright, so we need some variables. Okay, S option 1, S option 2, excuse me, S option 3, S option 4. We'll set all these equal to. No, wait. Whatever. We'll go with it for now. I have a feeling I'm going to strip this out. But, and then we need an S picker, which will start at 1. So this is going to move. These, I think, are eventually going to be ripped out and moved over to a NID, but let's leave them here for, you know, simplicity's sake. So these would be like controls, spend menu controls, spend controls. Okay. And then here we have function draw spending. And great. Okay. So on draw spending, we're going to have print option 1, whatever that is. And then, so what I'm doing right now, I'm setting it up so that you have different things to pick from. So instead of just option 1, we're going to call this games of chance. And instead of option 2, we're going to say buy things. And instead of option 4, subscriptions, or option 3, excuse me, jeez, and nothing here yet. No, we'll call it luxury. That will be under buy things. Yeah, nothing here yet. Okay. All right. So now here's the part where I always have trouble, is how buttons work. So if button press 1, I don't remember which one is, but we'll go back and change it as need be. Then picker, excuse me, S picker +1. And if button press 3, it's supposed to be up and down, then S picker 1. And now these functions aren't called anywhere yet at all. Let's just make sure this compiles. Yeah, we're working. So draw spending, and I guess it would make sense, rather than doing draw spending, we'll just rip this entire function out and we'll put it in the standby function I have set aside, the one that currently shows this. But we'll yeah, let's do that. I'll work with it a little bit longer first. Shoot, how do I want to do this? All right. Pop, pop, fizz, fizz. I have my handy dandy Pico-8 cheat sheet, and that has how the controls are mapped, what number equals what. So let's see. So if button press, if we want up, it's not going to be 1 because 1 is right. We want it to be 2. 2 is up. Hold on, let me get rid of the static. Okay, we're in good shape. And then down is 3, so that's correct. Okay. All right, great. So, and then apart from that, we need some controls that are going to make sure it doesn't exit the range. If S picker is greater than or equal to, there's only 4 options. So if it's 5 or greater, then that's no good. Then S picker equals 1. And if S picker is less than or equal to 0, then S picker equals 4. And great. All right, so these buttons will drop the picker down and up, and these buttons will wrap it around. Now we just need to get the picker to display. All right, and this is the part where I now want to rip this out, and we're gonna find out where in the code. Yeah, spend that money, son. So instead of saying spend that money, son, here we go. We've got we've got these things here, and we're gonna give it explicit locations. So X is 1, Y is 1, and the number, we'll stick with the same number, 7. All right, but we want to push it inward so that there's room for an arrow. So the X will say it's 10. And we're just going to test that and make sure that looks the way I want it to. Yeah, it does. That's great. Okay. So let's go back to, no, that's right, and now we have to print if spicker is equal to 1, then print yeah, there we go. And we said that was going to be at 1, 1, 7. Oh, I didn't end that one, did I? One, 1, 7, end. Because that's an if statement. Save, run. No, please run. Goodness, there we go. Oh, I don't have that. The thing that runs the controls isn't being called anywhere. Alright, so let's take these. I don't think I really need these. I don't think these do anything. Yeah, we can get rid of those. We just need to take out spicker and put that into, put that into a init, so that as soon as the game launches and the spicker is given a value, right? Then we have this function that makes it so that there are controls while you're in that screen. We don't need to cut this out, but we need to call that somewhere. So we're going to go to update. Yeah, here we go. And I can't remember which flow control is spend that money. I think it's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. So here we go. If it doesn't do anything, okay, then great. Come on. Then use, yeah, there we go. Stump controls, and this one will do spin control. Okay, great. Yeah, save, run. It works. I only have it so that the arrow is displayed when the first one is selected, but now it's functioning. Quick pause. All right, I was going to do this off cam, but I changed my mind. Let's go back to draw spending, expense control. I can't remember where in the code this is. Oh man, this is why this is best done off camera, because then I get to look like a smarty pants. You see the finished product, and it's like, oh wow, I guess he did okay. Yeah, here we go. Spend the money. And the issue is this if line. We want several of these. If it's 2, if it's 3, if it's 4. Now the problem is the X value should increase with each one of these. And I think it should go up by 6, but I'm not 100% sure. We're going to try doing that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This should be 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19. And run. It moves the X variable. I made a boo-boo. Alright. 7, 13, 19. Put these back to 1. Save, run. Perfect. Okay, and then when you press a button based on which one of the pickers is selected, then it should open another menu. And that took about a half an hour, so I'm going to hang it up for now until I have a better idea of what sort of things to purchase and games of chance I'm going to include. Yeah, this is my stock simulator game. I don't have it posted anywhere yet, I don't think. But yeah, it should be soon. I'll put if you're a big Pico-8 guy, I'll put a copy of the cart up on the Discord. You can pop into the Discord and get one.